Right now, billions of dollars and countless hours are being poured into a single global project, teaching machines how to act like us. We are feeding them data on exactly how we cook our meals, how we construct our buildings, and how we analyze complex problems at work. Artificial intelligence is learning at a staggering pace, and soon it will execute these logic-based, repetitive tasks with a precision we simply cannot match. But while the entire world is busy training AI, who is training our children for that exact same future? We cannot raise them to compete against algorithms in speed or data recall. Instead, we need to raise them to possess the imagination required to tell those machines what to build. Before every scientific breakthrough or technological leap, there was something that couldn't be coded. There was an idea. And before every great idea, someone had to look at the world and ask a question that had never been asked before. Forming that kind of novel question requires the ability to see what doesn't yet exist. It requires human imagination. So, how do we cultivate that in a child? We return to the oldest educational tool humanity has ever invented. We tell them a story. Narrative allows a child's brain to visualize the impossible. It takes raw facts and weaves them into a landscape of curiosity, turning basic knowledge into genuine wonder. Ultimately, a story does something data alone cannot. It gives information a human purpose and a creative direction. This is where the YouDream app comes in. The All Stories gallery organizes narratives into distinct categories, like smart money minds and art, music, and stories. The home screen provides instant access to a curated library, allowing you to jump straight into a top-ranked story the moment you sit down together. Looking at the story preview, you can see how each narrative is anchored in real science, complete with links to the actual educational research papers that inspired it. Through the profile settings, parents can manage these learning journeys, ensuring the material is perfectly calibrated for their child's specific age group and developmental stage. YouDream takes dense academic information from the outside world and translates it into an intimate, imaginative experience for your child. This translation process is grounded in the philosophy of Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman, who believed that if you couldn't explain something simply, you didn't truly understand it. The core is the Feynman technique. First, attempt to teach a complex concept to a child in plain language. If you struggle, return to the source material to fill the gaps. Finally, create intuitive analogies, making the subject feel completely obvious. YouDream applies this exact rigorous framework to physics, biology, and economics, converting them into gentle, bedtime-ready metaphors. By stripping away the jargon and focusing on the underlying truth, it respects a child's intellect while simultaneously nurturing their sense of wonder. At the end of the day, a child's bedroom shouldn't compete with the chaos of endless scrolling and digital advertisements. That's why YouDream lets you take the story off the screen, turning digital pages into printable sheets. Parents can set devices aside, replacing phone glare with the tactile feel of paper and the sound of their own voice. This creates a protected 5-minute window of undivided attention between you and your child. Removing the backlight and the digital interface allows their brain to calm down, shifting seamlessly into a highly receptive state for imagination. The quiet, physical ritual of a bedtime story remains the most effective tool for intellectual growth in a child's room. We can see how this feels inside the story of Nori and the sleepy helper seeds, placing the child in a calming, sensory-rich environment. As Nori the worm hugs her warm night lantern under a leaf blanket, she goes looking for glow seeds, a gentle metaphor for teaching observation and patience. The narrative prompts the child to count these little winking seeds alongside her, providing a focal point to help calm their own racing mind. As the rhythmic ticking of the story slows down, the child absorbs these quiet lessons on careful discovery, gently drifting into a peaceful sleep. These narratives cultivate a specific way of observing and relating to the world around them, making complex concepts intuitive. Once the story is finished, the app provides an educational reflection on what was actually learned, connecting the metaphor back to real scientific principles about lenses, focus, and light. Parents can review this content and see how the broader community is engaging with it, helping to reinforce the specific scientific concept the very next day. And while they sleep, the metaphors they just visualized take root, laying the groundwork for the ideas, inventions, and explorations they will dream up tomorrow. Let artificial intelligence handle the cold repetition of the future. Let our children explore the boundless possibilities, because the future won't simply belong to those who know how to use an algorithm. It will belong to those who give it a purpose. 5 minutes of storytelling builds the foundation for a lifetime of imagination. The rest of the world is busy training AI. Let us nurture the minds that will lead it.